Hey guys, it's a solo win from the finals. There's not going to be much speaking for the first 3 minutes of the video, but Rocket added the Fortnite commentary for the second half of the video. The audio might echo a little bit as I use my gameplay over their commentary, but it isn't too bad. Hope you enjoy. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and leave a like. It means a lot. Thank you very much.
No, I got second place, dude.
Good shit.
I got second place. Holy shit, I popped off. Bro, you don't know how many ballers there was in that game. Holy shit. There was so many fucking ballers. Holy shit.
Hold on, give me a sec.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, but now there's 5 people going.
W keyed kick Malazio.
Why? I had one guy contesting happy last game. Now there's fucking 5-6 people. Doesn't make any sense. Bro, Aqua got a 18 kill game.
Lit, bro. That was really good.
Never mind. People dropped super early and they have a really bad drop. Is there any under thing in dugouts?
Hold on. Good. What'd you say?
Is there any underground in dugouts in prison?
No.
Yeah.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Hmm?
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Started watching it, it's really fucking good. Took a bit to get into. I took a bit of a break from it because I got a bit bored, but then I got back into it and it's fucking sick.
benjyfishy, a name we've seen a lot of so far from the European region. Absolutely one of the top players in the world here in competitive Fortnite, is qualified for the duos and solos competition.
Yep, last week putting up a first place performance with his duo, Mr. Savage, in the duos competition. The week before that, getting 3rd place overall. So one of 2 players to already qualify for solos and duos. So really just playing for a little bit of prize and a little bit of practice.
Hey,
there.
that's the best thing, right? Practice. Get back into these games. You're competing against some of the best in the world, especially if you make it to Sunday. benjyfishy, look at the inventory. In a brilliant position right now. Sitting pretty. Materials for days, ammo for days. on the high ground, metal fully built one by one, and it's actually one of the most stark differences in builds in competitive Fortnite. The difference between a not finished metal structure and a fully fortified metal structure. Where he's sitting right now, one rocket won't take him down. A full spray from an AR will take a very long time to really make a difference. He's sitting so comfortably at the moment. Now we'll begin to place the pad. There we go. But there, you saw how comfy he was. He was raining down fire for the last 2 minutes in this game as he picked up a few eliminations.
Yeah, didn't have to worry at all. And you talk about that basically when you're in that fully metal and fortified structure. The only thing that super threatens you is somebody trying to heavy snipe your way through. But if you're on ultimate high and you're aware of your surroundings, you should be in a good spot. As you see him now going to opt for a slurp in order to pick up those boogies and then just rotate himself away, as the rest of the players now moving from that high ground into the low ground. Kind of an interesting rotation coming through, but Benji making sure he's ahead of it. They're trying to catch players as they follow up.
One of the best traits you see of these top players is that half the time this is going on for me, Sund0wn, when I'm playing, I'm like panicked about who's near me, you know, what's going on. I get in the zone and then I barely be able to put any damage down range. These guys get in the zone and you saw the second he was knowing that he was safe, he was immediately laying down shots and is getting back into every bit of fighting he can get into.
Yeah, and there was that rift right next to him, but he opts not to take it as he's looking for more of those fights because he knows if he's going to capitalize on eliminations, that's not going to happen in the sky. As now we're into the top 10, getting the boogie bombs out does connect, but not onto that Ballard player. Looking to follow it up, 22 white, finds the second one, TMK 35 going down there, but Benji in a little bit of a tight spot.
Yeah, you know he wanted to try to grab that slurp juice. Unfortunately, doesn't wind up picking it up. Still having to run away from this zone. 126 total builds. Materials will not be an issue for benjyfishy when pushing up that mountain. Not many players left in this game. Campfire now dropped. 56 total shield. Benji immediately building on out. Doesn't have control over that wood wall. Yes, smart play to get out of there as soon as possible. In the top left of your screen, you see the exact amount of players remaining. Top 7 right now. Remember, getting to the top 5 will earn you some extra points as well. 14 total points up to this point in the semifinals for benjyfishy. Just going to spray and try to do some damage to that baller.
Yeah, just try and knock that out there. Make sure it's out of play as you see now how the rest of the lobby is laid out as we move into the top 5. So all about the elims and the victory royales. Insane on the high ground. Benji working through the low ground.
And Benji using that natural, expedition site that's already there as cover. Gives him peace of mind as he tries to push on forward. Does get a quick fight with Pure. That's an elimination right there for the 50 extra HP. One player with a bush nearby.
Yeah, and the bush is actually really solid in this circumstance when people are peeking, as long as you don't, quote-unquote, waste it on an SMG shot. If you're able to kind of soak up a single pump shot with that, has insane.
Wow.
Goes down. Zilla knocking him down from the high ground, and he's not able to catch himself in time. Super unfortunate there. As now Zilla in your top right has the high ground. Benji in the bottom right on the low ground. RB just above him, but with little effective HP.
And now with the zone moving down the mountain, whoever's in the high ground will have to begin to waterfall. You see Zealot knows that. Immediately drops out into RB's builds. RB with not a ton of health.
Yeah, and Zealot has no builds either, so he's reliant on whatever RB has. Benji throwing up the boogie bomb, but like we said, that respects LOS. But RB dropping down onto Benji does still have that push, but gets shredded off, trying to push through. Benji does convert, 25 HP, puts the trap down. Will it fire? No, does not go off. The player sidesteps, and can Benji get back in the zone? Yes, he does. 5 HP. Zealot now in the top right. He's looking for Benji. He knows he's low. Doesn't
no build.
Shot.
No builds. He can't match this build-up. Does benjyfishy? He's blocked out of the zone. benjyfishy, 5 HP, gets the job done. And look at the amount of mats left. We talked about 150 builds earlier. It's like it's like calculated down to the exact moment with just 10 total builds. Blocks out Zealot, who cannot build back into the zone. benjyfishy with the victory royale.